Hi, hello everyone. बच्चा लोग कैसे सब? I know that this is almost the end of the day, but I think you all have saved your energy for Ameer Bhaiya's class, है ना? So whoever is seeing me for the very first time, my students used to call me Ameer Bhaiya, physics educator at Unacademy, and jaldi se jaldi fatafat give me an amazing thumbs up in the chat box and do let me know that I'm audible and visible to everyone in the classroom. Jaldi, jaldi, jaldi. And here we are with the third lecture. Is it third lecture? Bilkul nahi sir, this is second lecture, hai na? Yes, here we are with the second lecture of the chapter of current electricity. And also tell me how excited you all are here to learn this current electricity chapter with me. Jaldi. Hi Nikita, good evening after a very long time I suppose. Sanchana, then who we have? Miara, Shreya. Everyone, please do let me know that the class is having full of energy, you are having full of energy, and I want to see that in the chat box. Jaldi, jaldi, jaldi. I'm audible and visible with high Josh. Very good. This is all I wanted. Right? This is all I wanted from every one of you. If the Josh is high, yes, let's get it started. Whoever is seeing me for the very first time, this is a small introduction about me. As you can see, I have an experience of more than 3.5 years in the field of teaching JEE, NEET and board student. I am a BTech graduate from NIT Calicut in mechanical engineering, and I have taught and mentored many students, and this is all about me if I talk about. Okay, yes. Then you can see the schedule for this particular week. So here we are on the very second day. Today mainly we'll be talking about Ohm's Law. Okay, don't think that when I talk about Ohm's Law, sir, we know I is equal to V by R, right? It's not that simple concept we'll be discussing related to Ohm's Law. We'll be discussing everything which you haven't learned in your 9th and 10th standard. A bit complicated concepts also we'll be discussing, but as you know, we are legends, right? And we are warriors, so we can go through any hardship, and yes, we are going to learn this concept together, isn't it? Yes. Tomorrow we'll be talking about one of the important part, which is combination of resistors and finding out the net value of resistance. This is very important, and not just parallel and series combination of resistances connection. You will be seeing many kind of resistance combination you will be seeing where we have to apply different formulas and different concept. Make sure that you attend tomorrow's class also. Then next class is on 11th of October, which will be next Monday, and there we'll be mainly talking about cells. Okay, yes. So this is all about the schedule. Then you all know amazing and super great educators are there in the Unacademy Class 11th and 12th YouTube channel. If you don't want to miss any of the live classes happening from them, what do you have to do? Yes, you have to come and join this Telegram channel. The link is given right here, so that you'll get all the updates and all the notifications whenever a live class happens, and you can jaldi se ja sakta hai and you can join those classes, right? Okay. Emerge program. Okay, what is this Emerge program? Still there are so many who don't know what this Emerge program is, because this Emerge program is to train all of the students in this country for the new CBSE examination pattern, so that if you go to the examination hall, you can go with the complete confidence and get the complete marks for this term 1 examination. For that, to make you that prepared for term 1 examination, the Unacademy, who love all their students, right, is having the live mock test happening every week for all the subjects to make you super prepared. And whoever is getting an amazing mark, you will become super famous, because your name, your photo, everything will be there on social media handles such as YouTube, Instagram. Wow, ab bada famous ho jayega. Okay, I just want to show you the dates of each and every examinations, right? Okay, so you can see the date and the time is from 5 to 6:30. Completely it is free. You can enroll for this. Okay, so we all are expecting every one of you to come and join and to have super confidence with the term 1 examinations, right? Yes. Now I'll talk about why this Unacademy subscription is so much important. Though everything is available for free in YouTube, I'll just give you some ideas. Okay, the first reason is all educators in the Unacademy subscription platform will be teaching you with a proper schedule. Okay, and we'll make sure that all the topic that is being completed in super order, and whenever everything is in order, you can keep track of all the topics. So the process of learning will become super simple, and when the learning process becomes simple, your mind will also be having so much peace, and you can go and write the examination with a smiling face and get the marks whatever you want to. If you want 95 plus, you will be getting it because your mind is already in that peaceful state because you have learned everything. Then top educators of the country who is having a very good experience with this educational field will be there to teach you in the Unacademy platform. Okay, because of the experiences that these amazing educators are having, they'll be telling you what are the kind of questions that is going to pop up for the coming examinations, right? They'll be telling you what is the examination pattern you should be expecting. You just want to follow them, you just have to do the things what is being told to you, and obviously you can end up in the colleges whichever you are dreaming about and get a very good score for all the examination you are preparing. Then study materials will be given to you. Practice test and live test series will make you super confident and will bring out the best in every one of you. For enjoying all these super cool features, you should be going for the Plus subscription, right? And for 9-month subscription, it will cost you 1,444 per month. And I know that, sir, we want discount. Yes, Ameer भैया है ना, मैं हूँ ना तेरे साथ, आप सब लोगों को साथ. So use this code of AMB10 and get 10% of discount. Okay. Then, if you want to enjoy all the features which I have mentioned and some extra features, you should be the person who is choosing Iconic subscription. Because in Iconic subscription, you will be getting a personal mentor. Matlab, someone to help you with your academic activities such as making the schedule, what to study, how to study, what your strategy should be. Let me tell you, according to my personal, let's say my personal opinion, I can say that this personal mentor will make the process of learning, okay, exactly half to you. And that person will be there and to make your mind so fresh and cool, so that you don't have to be tensed all the time because this person will be there pushing you and telling you what to do, right? Then live doubt solving classes will be there. Weekly reports will be given to you. Okay. For all these great features, you should be going for the Iconic. For 9 months, it will cost you 2,556 per month. Do you actually need to pay that much? No. Because you have this code with you, AMB10, use this code and get 10% of discount, and you don't have to pay this much of money also. Wow. Okay, a pocket friendly subscription. And right now, if you make the subscription, right, you will be getting extra free CBSE subscription of 4 months and extra 4 months Creative Corner subscription also you will be getting, along with the 10% of discount which you can experience while you use my code of AMB10. Okay, and one more reason is there, according to my personal opinion, that you should be going for the subscription right now, because if you start learning, you will be able to complete your syllabus for the term 1 examinations. So that will be a better option. Okay, and let me tell you, that will be a better decision that you can take right now. Okay, that's it. Ho gaya. Okay, now yes, let's get started with. Tell me, Josh kaise hai? And how are you all doing? And do look at that person also. Ye bande ko dekh le. Shreya, Anjali, Viku, Sankamitra, Kunal, Myara, Sanjana, tell me, are you all ready for the session to get started? Jaldi bol de. Okay, no worries Nikita, no worries. Okay, let's concentrate back. Very good. So we have some students here who is really into studies. Do let me know that is the Josh high? Is the Josh completely high on the top notch? Yes. Very good. Rashmi, Shreya, Sana. Hi Sana, good evening. Myara, Akshaya, very good, very good. So looking into the chat box tells me that you all are super ready for the session to get started. Okay, you all have learned Ohm's law, and it is just like the Newton's law from motion, you know, because whenever I ask you what is the Newton first law, second law, third law, everyone will jump up from their seat, right, and they'll be telling, sir, Newton first law is this, second law is this, third law is this. Similarly, if I ask to anyone what is Ohm's law, everyone will be like, sir, at constant temperature the current is directly proportional to the potential difference between its ends. Sir, so am I correct? Yes, you are correct. Right? Okay. How many of you know the actual name of the person who introduced this law? You know it is Ohm, that person Ohm is there somewhere here and there, but the complete name is George Simon Ohm. So okay, it was him who have actually found out this Ohm's law. So what he said is, let us understand in deep, and let's also understand the deep concept behind this Ohm law, so that any questions asked from this particular part ऐसे कर सकते हैं आप लोगों को. ठीक है, देख ले अच्छे से देख ले. We have a conductor, let's say ये हमारा conductor है, and across this conductor I'm applying a potential difference. What is being said is, at constant temperature, the potential difference that you apply across the ends of the conductor is found to be directly proportional to the current passing through them. Which means, if I increase the value of potential difference across this particular conductor, it was found, okay, it was experimentally found out that yes, the current is also increasing, and it was found out that potential is directly proportional to the current passing through this particular conductor. And you know, any proportionality can be converted into an equation. How? By multiplying it with a constant. And you all know, what do we call this constant? ये बंदा का नाम क्या है? Yes, ये बंदा का नाम है resistance. So the proportionality constant in the Ohm's law, we call it as resistance. ठीक है, ये तो everyone knows this is resistance. V is equal to IR. This is a formula we have to use. But how many of you know what is the actual meaning of resistance? How this resistance is produced? Shall we? देख ले. First let us understand ये resistance क्या है. Okay, resistance, just like the name suggests, potential difference is applied, current is produced. मतलब if you have electrons, because of the application of potential difference, the electrons will start moving inside this particular conductor. This is what you call as current, right? The flow of charges or the flow of electrons. Resistance is defined as, okay, resistance is defined as the opposition caused by this particular conductor for the flow of electrons. How much opposition, right? How much this particular conductor is trying to stop the flow of these electrons is simply called as resistance. Those materials which is giving so much of opposition for the flow of this free electrons will be having large value of resistance, and those materials which is giving chotu opposition will be having chotu wala resistance, है ना? So basically resistance is actually the opposition offered by this particular conductor or any material for the flow of free charges whenever a potential difference is applied across them. Okay, I gave you the definition. I think many of you might be knowing this also, definitions, हाँ sir, resistance. By just looking into the word itself we can understand, right? But don't you want to know what is actually producing the resistance or that hindrance or that opposition for the flow of those charges? Isn't it? देख ले. Look at this particular figure. ये figure देख ले. अरे ये figure नहीं. ये figure देख ले. What is resistance? You can see that this is our conductor. And across this conductor, if I give a potential difference where this end positive potential is given and negative potential is given, can you see that bubbles moving? What are those bubbles? These representing electrons. So electrons ऐसे जा रहा है towards what? Yes, toward the positive potential. And if you concentrate to this particular figure, you can see that during its motion, is it able to move freely ऐसे? No. It is coming across some opposition. What is this opposition? These are the ions or the nucleus by which this particular material is being made. It won't be moving, it will be stationary. So whenever this free electrons move, because of the presence of this potential difference, ऐसे move करने के time, it will be colliding with that stationary nucleus present or stationary ions present. And what will happen to this electron when it undergoes a collision? It will slow down. And the motion of the free electrons are slowed down with the presence of this ions, or this ions is giving an opposition for the free flow of these electrons. So resistance in a wire is actually produced because of, yes, the presence of ions and because of the collision of these electrons with the ions. समझ में आ गया? So if the collision is more, the resistance will also be more in the case of a wire. How many of you understood this? How many of you understood how the resistance is being produced in a wire? जल्दी बता, जल्दी बता मेरा पूरा बच्चा लोग. How many of you understood how a resistance is produced? When electrons are flowing in the presence of external potential difference. Yes, it will be colliding with the stationary nucleus present there. Done, done, done. So you can actually make a very short note, okay, telling that resistance is produced because of the collision of these electrons with the nucleus. Now, now all the concepts will be more and more clear to you, right, once we start doing the problems. हाँ, questions तो करेगा, कोई बात नहीं, questions बिल्कुल करेगा. तो इधर तक कोई गड़बड़ नहीं, सबको clear with a smile. If you all are having a smile तो बिल्कुल. Understood Akshaya, Veku, Satya, Anjali, Myara, Sudeep, Rashi, Suhan, Satya, very good. बिल्कुल बढ़िया, ठीक है. So the collision is producing the resistance. Now, if the collision is producing a resistance, on what factor this resistance of a given wire will be dependent upon? The resistance of a given wire or a given thing will be totally dependent upon the given conductor. Okay, whatever is the conductor given, the resistance of that particular conductor is totally dependent upon that particular conductor. Let us understand this particular concepts in deep. What is the concept? Yes, what the resistance of a given conductor depend upon. On what all things associated with a conductor resistance will be dependent upon. अच्छे से देख ले. Okay, entire concentration here. You can easily answer me because now you know the concept of how a resistance is produced. देख ले, we are having a wire length L, area A, another wire of same area of double the length. Tell me, in which case, in the first case or in the second case, resistance will be more? Jaldi bata. In the case of a conductor with length L or in the case of a conductor of 2L length, the resistance will be more. Jaldi, fatafat. Can anyone give me the answer? I am looking right into the chat box. Can anyone give me the answer? In which case? Very good. Akshaya says in the second case. Nikita says in the first case. Miara is like HO. How do we expand that HO? I have no idea, Miara. Okay. Anyway, dekh le. Rashi says 1, Satya says 2. How the resistance is produced? Jaldi bata. The number of collisions. If the number of collisions these free electrons are making is more, the resistance will also be more. Let's say this length has 3 nucleus. So this particular conductor with length 2L, how many will be there? Let's say as a length is 2L, twice will be the number of nucleus or the ions present. So if an electron, okay, start moving from the point A to the point B, what happens? How many collisions will it make? 1, 2, 3 in the case of conductor with length L. If the same electron starts with the second conductor, how many collisions will it be making? Here 6 ions are there, this will be making 6 collisions, where the resistance will be more in the second case. Hana? And just now you have realized the resistance is directly proportional to the length of the conductor which we use. Because if the length is more, more is the number of collisions. If more is the number of collisions, more will be the resistance offered by that particular conductor. Okay. Dekh le. First case, second case, third case. Conductor length is same but area is double. When the area becomes double, this electron, okay, this electron will it find it easier to move from one point to another point, or will it be finding difficult? Obviously easier. Why? Because area is more. There is a lot much of space available for this electron to move from one end to another end. So if it is having more space, less will be the collisions. है या नहीं? हाँ sir, बिल्कुल. If less is the number of collisions, right, the resistance will also be less here. मतलब area increased, resistance is lesser. So how is the relationship? Inversely. So resistance of a given conductor depends upon its length and inversely proportional to its area. And that was proportionality. How will you convert proportionality into an equation? बोल दे. हाँ sir, बिल्कुल. Multiply it with the proportionality constant, and here the proportionality constant we call it as resistivity. So the equation to find out the resistance of a given conductor is rho L by A, and rho is resistivity. And what is this resistivity? Resistivity is a constant. Now we understood. And on what this constant depends upon? Constant depends upon the material by which the conductor is made. You know that while the material is being changed, the resistance also changes. Let's say we have a conductor 1 and conductor 4 of same area, same length. Okay, this is made of iron, this is made of wood. Okay, tell me, is the area same? Yes. Is the length same? Yes. Is the resistance, will it be the same? बिल्कुल नहीं. Which one will be having a large resistance here? Wood, because of the material. So rho is the factor which tells, right, the resistance of a given material, and rho resistivity will tell you, okay, how much resistance the material by which the conductor has made can give the resistance to it. Simple as that. समझ में आ गया सबको? Material of a conductor. Very good. So who is having a greater resistance? How many of you gave me the answer? वो तो wood है. And what this resistivity depends upon? It depends upon the material by which the conductor is being made. है ना? Because the material has a direct influence on the resistance offered to the flow of charges or the current. Okay, understood? Yes. Okay, very good. समझ में आ गया? अरे why some people are having troubles? Resistance is rho L by A. I'll tell you, if length is more will be the collisions, resistance will be increasing. And about area, if the area is more, the electrons find it easier to move from one phase to the other phase, which means it will make less collisions and the resistance will be less in that case. So if area is more, resistance will be lesser. So it is inversely proportional. Converting this proportionality into an equation by multiplying it with a constant called resistivity, and resistivity is totally dependent upon the material. The ability of the material to provide resistance to the flow of charges, right? Which means resistivity totally depends upon the material. देख ले, two materials with the same geometry of area and length, but the wood is having larger resistance because of the specifications of that particular material. समझ में आ गया सबको? अब understood? Done. Hi Shiva. Yes. Now we can start doing some problems. Okay. So we have learned the Ohm's law, right? I equal to V by R. Then we have learned what is resistance, what causes resistance, and the formula for resistance. ये सब तो हो गया. कोई गड़बड़ नहीं है ना? बोल दो हाँ सर बिल्कुल कोई भी गड़बड़ नहीं. Okay, now still whoever is having trouble, what do you have to do? Yes, do watch the replay. Now let us start doing the problem, okay, with a chotu question. Very chotu question. Chotu question matlab even an 8th grader will be giving me the answer just like that. Jaldi. अरे only two words you have to concentrate here. An EMF and current is there. Resistance offered. Formula. अरे इसका formula पता नहीं है तो there is no point for what? हाँ, sitting in 12th standard class. You should be going for 9th standard classes or 10th standard classes. R का value V by I, Ohms Law. V 8 I 2 4 ohm. ये अरे ये क्या हो गया? A B इधर है अरे C इधर है, D इधर है. Anyway, कोई बात नहीं. I hope you understood. यही है आंसर, है ना? छोटू, simple, है ना? So I'm just moving on, and I'm not going to ask you also whether you have understood, right? Those who says haven't understood, if I was near to you, क्या दे सकता है मुझे? हाँ, I can give you a very rude face. Okay, I can't even try because पता नहीं. Always smile will only be coming to my face, पता नहीं. Okay. Before going to the next problem, or after doing the next problem, we'll come back to this theory, है ना? You were listening to the theory for a very long time. ये कर ले. How many of you can do it? Let me see. A copper wire is stretched to make 0.1% longer. So, what is a percentage change in its resistance? How many of you can give me the answer for this? बहुत छोटू problem है. बहुत छोटू मतलब बहुत छोटू. Only smile suits you. Verma ji is like, you're cute, sir. ठीक है. मैं तो I'll become super angry now if you don't give me the answer. I'll become super angry. जल्दी बोल दे उत्तर. Hina, hi, good evening. Nikita says C, and Miara says C. Akshay says C. अरे बाप रे, everybody know the answer. अरे ये तो क्या हो गया? अरे बिल्कुल बढ़िया. हाँ हाँ हाँ, करेक्ट. निकिता, म्यारा, हर्षिदा, वर्मा जी, अक्षया, देन कौन दे दिया उत्तर? वेरी गुड, इट्स 0.2, ऑप्शन सी. लेट्स सी हाउ एवरीबडी हैव डन ऐसे. इतना अच्छा हो गया क्या मेरा स्टूडेंट्स? रेसिस्टेंस इज rho L by A, right? Okay, the copper wire is being stretched. Okay, only there is a change in dimension of the material. Matlab rho, which depends on the material of the conductor, is not changing. Rho is a constant here. Okay, now you can see that resistance will change once it is being stretched. Length changes, but do you know that when the length changes, is the area going to be a constant? No. Shall we understand? Because many of you have a tendency to make a mistake in this. I'll tell you, I'll explain you why. Let's say this is our conductor of area A and length L. Okay, what will be its volume? Area into length will be its volume. Now, I'm stretching this ऐसे stretch कर रहा है. Obviously, length will be some L dash. So, when the length changes, will the area be changing? Bilkul. Why? Because the volume of the material cannot be changed, okay, while you try to make it longer, while you stretch the body. Matlab, volume will always be a constant. So, if the volume has to be constant, which is area into length, and if length increases, what should be happening to the area? Area should be decreasing. DC matlab, area should be decreasing. Why? Because the volume always has to be a constant. Matlab, in this equation of resistance, it's not only the length which changes once you stretch the body, it's also the area. ये बात तो अंदर गया, समझ में आ गया? ठीक है. Now, then it is done. So, what is going to be remaining as a constant? It is the volume. So, now you can all can do the problem, and whoever have got the wrong answer would have given me the right answer right now. How can you do it? There are so many methods by which you can do it, right? One of the easiest method is to introduce volume into the equation. Why we have to introduce volume? Because volume is a constant. It won't be creating any troubles when one of the factors changed. How will I introduce volume? Rho L by A. I'm going to multiply this with length on numerator and denominator. So ये क्या हो जाएगा? Rho L into L, L square by area into volume, length is volume. Now देख ले, resistance, resistivity is a constant, volume is a constant, so resistance is only dependent right now according to this equation to the square of the length. Now I hope you do remember this two concept from one dimension. Delta R by R into 100 is equal to, this is square, 2 times delta L by L into 100. याद है? Units and dimensions. Okay, that's two concept. So we want to find out delta R by R into 100, which is the percentage change in its resistance. That is 2 times delta L by L into 100. ये delta L by L into 100 is given as 0.1 percentage change in the length of the wire, that is delta L by L into 100. मिल गया तो मिल गया, उत्तर तो मिल गया, आंसर तो मिल गया. अरे वाह, what words Miara, good. Dandanadan Rashi, clear? Rashi, wow, thank you so much, means a lot. Okay sir, so this is how you do this problem. कोई गड़बड़ नहीं है ना? अरे देख ले, इतना आसान प्रॉब्लम है. Sir, sing song please. Okay, after some time. Okay. Okay, let me complete this chapter. Not which means the topic, whichever it is supposed to be completed. हाँ. So सबको पता है ना? No issues. हाँ, ऐसे ही कर सकता है. और क्या सर, बिल्कुल. Next question. ये कर ले. Let me see how many of you are going to give me the answer for this. You all have 30 seconds to give me the answer. Just 30 seconds I'll be waiting. After this I'll start doing the problem. It's very simple. Jaldi, jaldi. Last 15 seconds to answer. कोई ने दे दिया है क्या उत्तर? Anybody gave the answer? Option A. Who says? Harshida says it's option A. ठीक है. Rakesh says it's option A. Swapnil says it's option A. Everybody says A. Myara says C. I can see someone with different options. Okay, so Verma ji, Satya, Rashi, everybody with option A. So time is over. Option C. Only one person. I think Myara is the only person. Very good. Very good, Myara. Keep it up. Okay, so she used to come to my classes every day. So I hope that is visible there. I'm so happy that you got the answer. Okay, and I think many of you might be knowing how the answer is option C. I'll tell you. Consider a thin square. The picture is right there of side L and thickness T. ये thickness है and this is the square part where it is L and L. Okay, made of a material of resistivity rho. The resistance between the two opposite faces shown by the shaded areas. What is the resistance between these two shaded areas? Matlab, if you connect a potential difference across those ends, what is the resistance? Tell me, if you connect a potential difference in this way, how the current will be flowing? Current will be flowing from one of the shaded area to the other shaded area ऐसे, है ना? Yes. Now start substituting for resistance. Rho L by A, है ना? Rho ऐसे ही दे सकता है. What is the length? What is the length through which the current has to pass through for reaching the other end? L. And what is the area? What is the area? ये है ना area through which it is flowing. How will you find the area of this rectangular part? L into T. L into T. L cancel कर ले. हो गया rho by thickness. Can you find L here? Anywhere can you find L in this equation? बिल्कुल नहीं. Okay, you can't see. So what you can say? It is independent. बिल्कुल independent है ना? और क्या सर? समझ में आ गया? अच्छे से? Take a screenshot and note down the important points. Super duper important. Rakesh, please do watch the replay. Okay. English में explain ना करो. So which language should I be choosing, Anna? Okay, please do watch the replay, Rakesh. Okay, clear? Okay, so you'll understand it's not a very big deal at all. Got it? Myara, Satya, Buddy, Chetan, very good. Yes, Hindi. अरे हिंदी तो मुझे पता नहीं है. I know only these kind of random words, है ना? And once I start talking in Hindi, the entire sentence will be broken. Let me try explaining this in Hindi. अरे बच्चा लोग देख ले, हमको इस दोनों फेस का बीच का रेसिस्टेंस फाइन करना है. अरे यार मुझे नहीं हो जाएगा. I can't do it. Those who don't know, I'm from Kerala, who is attending my class for the very first time. Okay. Now before going to the next question, we have something left here. Okay, which means Ohm's law. Okay, let us make a bit more of study about this Ohm's law. Okay, we know that V equal to IR. So if I plot a graph between the voltage on the x-axis and the current on the y-axis, how will it be looking? It will be a complete straight line because voltage is directly proportional to the current. So it will be a straight line like this. It will be a complete straight line like this. For this particular graph of current and voltage, okay, I'm going to find the slope. If I find the slope, I hope everyone in this class know how to find the slope. Tan of the angle made by the graph with the x-axis. If the angle is marked as theta, how will you find the slope? M is equal to tan of theta. Okay, it's a straight line graph. If I take tan theta, that will be opposite side. What is there on the opposite of this particular triangle? Here it is I, here it is I. So this is I by adjacent. What is there on the adjacent axis? Voltage. I by V. Is it resistance? तो ये तो गलत है ना? बिल्कुल गलत है. मेरा कंटेंट पर्सन ऐसे बना दिया, गलत दे दिया, है ना? So tell me, what is I by V? Is it resistance? बिल्कुल नहीं. Resistance बिल्कुल नहीं. ये क्या होता है? अरे V by I is resistance. V by I is resistance. So I by V is 1 by resistance. Note this down. Very important. Okay, very important. Matlab the slope of an IV graph is the inverse of resistance, not the resistance. Don't get confused because we are going to do a problem also. You'll understand. Okay, how important this particular concept is. Slope of IV graph is inverse of resistance. Super important. Okay, if you want to mark it this wrong, you can convert it as the simple for importance. Okay, so you understood that the conductors which actually obeys Ohm's law, if a graph is being plotted between a current and a voltage, it is going to be a straight line like this. ये सबको समझ में आ गया, कोई गड़बड़ नहीं है ना? What is written? हाँ, Ohm's law is not a universal law, which means it is not necessary that every material should be obeying Ohm's law. So whichever material obeys this Ohm's law means where voltage is directly proportional to current, or if a graph is being plotted between I and V, if it is a straight line for that particular material, those kind of materials which obeys this Ohm's law, we call it as, is it written here? If it is not written, हम तो लिखेगा, we call it as ohmic conductors. Ohm, है ना? So that kind of conductors are called as ohmic conductors. What are ohmic conductors? Yes, those conductors, those materials which obeys Ohm's law where V is directly proportional to I. So obviously there are so many materials which does not obeys Ohm's law. And what do we call those materials? If this is Ohms, the other one is non-wala Ohms. Non-ohmic conductors. Clear? What are non-ohmic? Which does not obey V is directly proportional to I. And you learn about so many such kind of materials in your upcoming classes. Right now I am not going for it, which is not required for this particular chapter, or you will be so much confused, which means you learn about a chapter semiconductors, right? Electronics and semiconductors at the end of this particular year. So there you will learn that the semiconductor does not obey the Ohm's law. Matlab, if a graph is plotted between the voltage and the current, it will be having a curved shape like this. It will not be a straight line. Okay, so yes, this is about Ohm's law, and if you open your NCERT book also, you can see the same thing. Ohmic, non-ohmic, which does not obey, non-ohmic. Okay. So based on this, we have a question. Tell me how many of you can answer this. 30 seconds you all have. The meanwhile, Ameer Bhaiya, है ना, आप सब लोगों को Ameer Bhaiya, have a sip. अरे यार, I was so thirsty. Oh, I feel so good. Huh? How do you know about Hemant sir? Jaldi bata. Answer, everyone says it's option A. Nikita says A. Okay. Very good, amazing. Yes, it is option A. Let's find out. Everyone, calm, everyone. The current voltage graph for a given metallic wire. Okay, I'm really sorry. For doing this problem, a chotu concept missing hai. What is missing? A chotu concept. Bahut chotu concept. Okay, so we will do that concept. फिर उसके बाद we'll come to this problem. Whoever have answered this and gave me the answer as option A, बिल्कुल बढ़िया, and that is so amazing, right? Satya, Miara, okay, then funny bro, Akalya, so many has given me the answer. I'm so happy that you already know these kind of basic things. Okay, very good, amazing. बिल्कुल बढ़िया. Okay, so no worries, I'll just will explain this particular concept, then we'll do this problem. ठीक है, तो वापस आ जाइए सब इधर. Do you remember when I told you that resistivity, ये वाला resistivity, ये है ना, this depends only on the material. Okay, this depends only on the material according to the Ohm's law, and there is a special statement with which the Ohm's law starts. What is it? हाँ बिल्कुल, at constant temperature. At constant temperature, the value of rho, which is resistivity, depends only on the material, right? Which means if the temperature change, there has to be some change happening to the resistivity, and obviously it is because of that reason at the beginning of Ohm's law he mentioned at constant temperature. Shall we find out what happens to resistivity? And if resistivity changes, resistance also changes, right? What happens to resistivity or resistance once the temperature is changed? Very important concept. Matlab, I used to say everything is important, but this is like a super important, and questions is gonna pop up. Hamara conductor. Okay. Now, obviously, this particular conductor, if I apply some potential difference where this is positive and negative, what happens? Yes, the electrons here will start moving towards the positive end, and within the conductor we know that so many ions are present. ऐसे बहुत सारा ions or stationary nucleus is present during the motion of this free electrons in the presence of this external potential, right? It will be colliding, which produces a specific value of resistance, or let's say a resistivity will be there for this material. I increasing the temperature. what happens? When the temperature of the material is increased, yes, that temperature will be giving extra kinetic energy to this moving electrons. I'll write Ke is being provided by the increase of what? Temperature. If kinetic energy is increased, what happens? Yes, these electrons will start moving with a larger speed. And if it start moving with a larger speed, what happens? Yes, it will be making more and more collisions. Won't it be? Yes, this will start moving faster and it will be making very hard and lot many more collisions when the electrons move from one end to other end. And when there is more collisions, yes, the resistivity value, the tendency of this particular material to oppose the flow of the charges will also be more. So more temperature, kinetic energy increases, velocity increases, more is the number of collisions, and so yes, the resistivity will also be increasing. समझ में आ गया? समझ में आ गया सबको? Okay, so temperature is directly proportional to resistivity. Okay, note this down, very important. Now let us make a proper equation for finding out the resistivity at a temperature T. ये कैसे हो जाएगा? Let's say we know rho naught. What is rho naught? Rho naught is the resistivity of the given material at a temperature of T naught. Okay, at some base temperature of T naught or at a reference temperature T naught. At a reference temperature T naught, the value of resistivity is rho naught. What we need to find out is the value of resistivity at a temperature T. The simple equation we are not going to derive, we don't need to derive. The value of resistivity at a temperature T, everyone write down the equation along with me. Rho equal to rho naught 1 plus alpha T minus T naught. You know every terms except alpha. And what is alpha? Temperature coefficient of okay. So what is alpha? Alpha is the temperature coefficient of resistance and it is a constant for a given material. Okay, ठीक है. Sir, you just told us the name. इसका मतलब क्या है? Yeah, what is this alpha? So first note down this equation. Everyone noted? I hope you all have noted this equation to find out the value of resistivity at a given temperature T if you know the resistivity at a reference temperature of T naught. Okay, now from here let us make an equation for alpha so that you can understand what is actually contained, what information is contained in this alpha. Dekh, rho, this rho naught I am taking down. So how much will it be? Rho by rho naught is equal to 1 plus alpha T minus T naught. Okay, then what is remaining? Rho by rho naught, 1 I am taking to the left, so minus 1. How much will it be? Rho by rho naught minus 1 is equal to alpha T minus T naught. How much? Alpha is equal to rho by rho naught minus 1. How much will it be? Rho minus rho naught by rho naught by T minus T naught. What is this? From the equation which we already know, we just made some rearrangements and we got the value for alpha. How will you define this alpha? Rho minus rho naught. What is rho minus rho naught? The change in its resistivity by rho naught per fractional change. Matlab, the rho minus rho naught by rho naught is a fractional change in resistivity and T minus T naught is what? The change in temperature. So how will you make this as a one complete statement? The fractional change in resistivity for a unit change in temperature is simply defined as alpha, which is the temperature coefficient of resistance. Matlab, if you change the temperature by 1 degree Celsius or 1 Kelvin, how much is the fractional change produced in the resistivity is contained in the value of alpha. सबको समझ में आ गया? Fractional change in resistivity for a unit change in temperature difference is simply called as alpha, and It is not necessary that you should be knowing that particular definition. You should only be knowing this particular formula, which is so much important. Okay. So you now have understood for a conductor, if the temperature is increased, what will be increasing? Yes, the resistance will be increasing. Okay, तो कोई गड़बड़ नहीं. Yes, is it clear? Okay, Soumya is asking alpha का value कब negative हो जाएगा? In the value, in the case of what say resistors, which means conductors, right? Alpha won't be negative. Alpha can only be negative when the temperature increases, the value of resistivity decreases. That never happens. In the case of conductors, resistivity always increases with the increase of temperature. There are some materials which is semiconductors. Once you start learning semiconductors, there you will learn that when the temperature is increased, when T minus T naught is positive, resistivity will be decreasing there. Okay, in the case of semiconductors. So there rho minus rho naught will be negative. So their alpha value will be negative where? In the case of semiconductors. Idhar to bilkul badhiya. Okay, why do we need this alpha? It is like I told you, it is not necessary to by heart this. It is just for understanding. I have explained you what is alpha. Alpha will be given in the question, or in the question someone will be asking you to find out alpha. Right? You need only this particular equation. Again, I am telling you. Okay, badhiya, theek hai. So now we all are ready to do this problem. You already have given the answer, many of you, very good, right? Which is option A. Let's find out. The current voltage graph of a given metallic wire at two different temperatures T1 and T2 are shown. The temperature T2 is greater than T1. Arey, okay, white. Question is this a true statement or not? We don't have any direct method to look into the voltage current graph and compare the temperature. But we know that resistance is related to temperature. What is the relationship? Resistance is directly proportional to temperature. We know that when the temperature is increased, resistivity increases and resistance increases. Hai na? Resistance is rho L by A. Temperature increases, resistivity increases, resistance increases. Hai na? Now, from VI graph, is there any method by which we can find out the resistance? We already have told the slope is equal to 1 by R, inverse of resistance. Hai na? So the one which is having lesser slope, which one is it? The T2 graph. Hai na? The one which is having lesser slope will be having a larger resistance. Slope less, inversely proportional, so resistance more. Which one? In the case of T2, this graph slope is lesser and so the resistance is more by using this relationship, and whenever the resistance is more, temperature is more because they share a direct relationship. Yes, isn't it? So wherever the slope is less, that will be having a larger temperature, and that according to this problem is the one with T2. And I think everybody have given the answer for this. Hai na? So temperature T2 is greater than T1. Yes, it's correct. So understood? समझ में आ गया? How can it be false? Now understood? Understood what the small mistakes you might have made or small conceptual mistakes. And let me tell you, it's very good. It's one of the best thing you can have to make mistakes once you start learning. Because when you make mistakes, okay, you'll start try to understand why you have made a mistake. And when you try to understand why you have made a mistake, finally you will realize what was your mistake. Okay, and when you learn in this particular manner, never ever you will be forgetting. Which when if a type of questions comes for your examination, you will be like, this was a part which I have made mistake and now I know what is the correction, and you will only be giving that correct answer. Okay, yes, ठीक है, तो no problem. I hope you all have understood this question. ये next question, फटाफट 30 seconds, जल्दी. अरे I'll move from the space where you can see the question. I don't want to hear that sir आपने block कर रहा है. मैं तो इधर ही हूँ, ठीक है, जल्दी से फटाफट पढ़ ले. जल्दी जल्दी जल्दी. You used to learn with him, sir. Good. From where? Kunal says C. Nikita says C. Khushali says C. Sir, option C. Ragesh Agni Rajput. Nikita Yathav. Kunal. अरे बढ़िया बात है. Very good. Very good. Very good. So yes, everybody is like, sir, the option C is the correct. Let me see. And somebody has given some different options. I have inter pair B. Okay. And so many Sanchana, Chinky, Soumya, Miara. Good. Everybody is giving me the option C. Let's see. Let's start reading. The resistivity of semiconductor decreases with increase of temperature. Someone asked me a doubt and I told you yes or no. With increase of temperature, resistance or resistivity increases for a conductor. The opposite is for a semiconductor. The reason, okay, there is no point of me explaining because you don't know the concept of what a semiconductor is. Maybe you might be having a chotu idea about what a semiconductor is, but how the semiconductor is working, what is its operational region, you have no idea. You learn it in the very last chapter, or we'll be learning it together. Okay, it's a chapter for term 2. We'll learn that. Okay, you will understand why the resistivity is decreasing with increase of temperature, but first one is true as I have already told you. Then in a conducting solid matlab conductor, rate of collisions between the free electrons and ions increases with increase of temperature. Yes, temperature increase ho jayega. Kinetic energy or the velocity will increases. More is the number of collisions and more will be the resistance or resistivity. Yes, Z is true and Y is true. Bilkul badhiya, option C. No doubts. No doubts. No doubts. No doubts. It's like assertion reason, but there is no option like option B hai. Z is the correct reason for Y. No, Z is not the correct reason because Z talks about conductors and Y is actually talking about semiconductors. Okay, one last question, and it's a question with a big numerical part. I'll write down the formula, and before that let me see how many of you are super fast in doing the mathematics here. Who can jaldi se jaldi fatafat give me the answer for this? Jaldi fatafat. Anybody have gave the answer or given the answer? Kunal says, Samya, would you going to complete the syllabus? We are already done, right? This is the very last chapter. What is left, Samya? It's option A, it's option A, it's option A. Okay, Akalya, Savita, Kunal. Okay, so everybody is like option A. How many of you did the problem actually before giving me the option A? Okay, let's do. The resistance of a copper and an iron wire at 20 degrees Celsius, which means at reference temperature of T0 are 4.1 ohm and 3.9 ohms. Okay. Neglecting any thermal expansion, which means no change in the value of length, find the temperature at which the resistance of both are equal. We know the equation for resistivity as rho naught 1 plus alpha T minus T0. On either side of the equation, let me multiply it by L by A. L by A. On either side of the equation, I have multiplied by length by area. So what will this be? Rho L by A will be the new resistance. Rho naught L by A will be the R naught 1 plus alpha T minus T naught. So whatever is the equation for resistivity, by multiplying it with the length and area, we can convert into equation for resistance also, no troubles. Okay. The question is, at what temperature the resistance of both matlab resistance of copper and resistance of iron, ferrous, are equal, है ना? So you have to just expand the equation for resistance for both here. So resistance R is equal to R naught. What is the initial resistance of copper? 4.1. So 4.1 into 1 plus alpha temperature coefficient of copper, that is how much? 4 into 10 power minus 3 T, which we don't know, that temperature has to be found out, minus T naught. Make sure that whenever you substitute the temperature is given in which formula or in which unit? What is the base unit? Which means the SI unit of temperature, it's Kelvin. So don't substitute it as a 20 degrees Celsius. Make sure that you are substituting in Kelvin scale. What is it? Make sure that you are substituting this in the Kelvin scale. So 20 degrees Celsius in Kelvin, how much is it? 273 plus 20, which is 293 Kelvin. For converting degree Celsius to Kelvin scale, add 273. So 20 degrees Celsius ho jayega 293. I think many of you might have made mistake here, right? This is one spot where you all can make a mistake. So try to avoid this. So T minus temperature T naught is 293 is equal to the resistance of iron, starting with R naught. What is the reference resistance of iron? 3.9. 1 plus alpha of iron, 5 into 10 power minus 3 T minus, what is T naught? The initial temperature we know, 293. Okay, I am leaving the calculation to you. Okay, thoda moda idhar udhar karna hai. Okay, so the final answer what you will be getting is option D. Okay, it's option D which you can get. Please check your answers. Okay, and can I tell you one simple can I tell you one simple method by which you can get the answer for this without even doing the problem? Huh? Okay, you don't have to do this entire equation also. Simple method. These are the resistances of these two wires at what temperature? 293 Kelvin. Okay, so the resistance of these two at what temperature will be equal? That's the question, right? Which means that you both will be increasing the temperature, so that the resistance of both will be increasing at a particular value. Both of them will be having an equal value. Yes or no? Look into the 4 options. Which is the only option with a larger resistance than the given one? Only one है ना, 293 से ज़्यादा एक ही option है, option D. मिल गया उत्तर. Okay, so those who do this and spend your next 5 minutes, what can we call them? Fools, है ना? I just wrote this so that you can understand the actual method by which this can be done. Do you have to do this big wala method? कौन करेगा sir? A reference temperature, whatever thing will be given, you can use that as a reference temperature and the reference resistance. Okay Kushali, whatever is given that can be considered as a reference. Reference matlab whatever is given. So yeah, how do you find out, how do you find this simple method? Is it interesting? Sabko samajh mein aa gaya? Look, without doing anything, I can say that the option is D. जल्दी बोल जल्दी बोल जल्दी बोल. Huh? So don't you think this is the simplest method? Just by looking into the option you can go for it, and those who will be spending next 5 minutes for doing this array, है ना, कितना गलती काम किया वो. Tricks are noted. हाँ tricks तो जरूर. Okay, these kind of tricks are so much important because right now this year onwards, not only for JEE and a NEET examination, for the board examination, the basic examination, you will be writing multiple choice question. So you have the answer with you. One among the 4 options is an answer. You just have to pick one. कर सकता है ना? Just use these kind of tricks. Okay, very important, super important. हाँ obviously. देख ले, it is at 293 Kelvin. These are having the resistance of 4.1 and 3.9. So if we increase the temperature, the resistance of both will be increasing at a different rate. Why different rate? Because alpha values are different. So if we keep on increasing the temperature at a particular point, the resistance value will be equal. So the temperature has to be raised, and there is only one option, option D. Understood? Okay, A is 273, but our base temperature itself is 293. Okay, bus. हो गया. So now color coding. Now you know that whenever we make a circuit, okay, any circuit, let's say I am making some inverter circuit, O circuit, DA circuit, any circuit should be having a specific value for resistance for the proper working of that particular circuit. So for having a specific value of resistance, you should be using specific value for resistors. Okay, resistors which has a specific value. Let's say I am making an inverter circuit and I want a resistor of 270 ohm to be connected in this. Okay, so you can go to your shop and you can tell to your भैया मुझे चाहिए एक resistor with the resistance value of 270. You will be getting something like this. Okay, not the exact color वाला, you will be getting a छोटू वाला ऐसे, बहुत छोटू होता है ऐसे with 2 ends. So this will be our resistor. But however hard you try, if you keep on rotating ऐसे, however you look, you won't find the value as 270 or whatever is the value you need, you won't be finding. Instead, you will be seeing ऐसे 4 colors. अरे 5 colors कुत्ता वाला हमको नहीं चाहिए. Okay, we will be seeing something which 4 colors. Okay, and what do those colors represent? Colors actually represent the amount of resistance that material which you have bought can give. So you have to understand how to read that value. Hana, for reading that value, you should be knowing what are the values given to each and every colors. देख ले, everyone. Black 0, brown 1, red 2, orange 3, yellow 4, green 5, blue 6, violet 7, grey, white. Okay, great, and white 9. Hurry. Just by reading this particular graph, between table itself, मेरा तो हवा गया. So I don't think by hearting this essay will be a great option for you. So what do you have to do? There should be some easy method. My teacher taught me this particular thing, okay, so that you can remember this all colors in order. So those who want can use this. Shall I tell you? My teacher's method. अरे ये क्यों नहीं आ रहे भाई? अरे आजा. अरे इसको क्या हो गया? हाँ अभी आ गया, ठीक है. So that blackboard was actually playing with me. So I'll tell you, देख ले. It is black, brown, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, grey. Grey and white, till white. अरे why there is a trouble in this? ओके अब आ गया, पता नहीं क्या हो गया इस बोर्ड को, है ना, अभी आ गया. नाउ द सिंपल थिंग इज बीबी रॉय of Great Britain has a very good wife. Those who want to learn this can learn. What is it? How many of you know this? बीबी रॉय का कहानी. How many of you know this? बीबी रॉय का कहानी. That बीबी रॉय, B.B. Roy of Great Britain has a very good wife. So understood? Once again, those who want to write can write this down. Jaldi se, jaldi, fatafat. How is it? BB for black and brown. Roy, red, orange, yellow of Great Britain. Okay, has a very good wife. Trick is world famous, but it was taught to me by my teacher, which I still do remember. Okay, so I just taught you, and that's how the flow of information is always. Hai na? So don't forget. So I hope you can see the value starts with black from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'll tell you when this multiplier is being used. Dekh le. So usually this is resistor. Will be having 4 colors, first, second, third and fourth. For the first color you have to give the number. For the second color also you have to give the number according to the color. And for the third color, what you have to do, 10 power the whole raised to the number corresponding to that particular color. And the fourth one, the fourth color will only be 3 colors will be there, either gold or silver or no color. Okay, the fourth one can have either gold, silver or no color will be there. And the fourth color actually tells you the tolerance. Tolerance matlab how much error is actually possible, how much error can be possible from the specified value. Gold says there can be having an tolerance of error of 5%. Silver color means 10%. No color means a 20% of error is possible from the above mentioned value for resistance. ठीक है. Shall we do a simple, a small example? Tell me. So the color is, first color is red, then blue, then we have orange, and this is gold. Red, blue, okay, this is red, blue, orange. Tell me, what will be the resistance? Jaldi, fatafat. BB Roy of Great Britain has a very good wife. BB Roy of Great Britain has a very good wife. No color means nothing will be given there as fourth one. Kuch bhi nahi de rahe. If nothing is given, it means that there is a tolerance of how much? 20%. Nobody is there with the answer. अरे इतना सिंपल क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया, nobody have the answer. ऐसे कैसे? अरे I told you, when you have the first color, write down the number corresponding to that. Red 2, second is blue, देख ले where blue is 6. For third color you have to put a 10, and whatever is a number corresponding to the color has to be written as its power. Orange has a value of 3, so don't write as 3 there, you have to write as 10 power 3. So the third color, whatever is a number specified to that color has to be written as a power of 10. Plus or minus 5%, which means error. So how much it is? 26 into 10 power 3 plus or minus 5 ohms. समझ में आ गया? समझ में आ गया? अरे 4 colors are there. Looking into the 4 colors, you just have to write the resistance. First 2 colors, you will write the direct numbers. Whatever is a number corresponding to the third color, that number has to be written as the power of 10. And then the fourth color will tell you the error or the tolerance. बस ये तो समझ में आ गया? Anyone is here without understanding this? Understood? Say yes or no. Motivation for studying, please give. अरे आकर ऐसे ही पढ़ ले, इसका motivation क्या है? The motivation is like just close your eyes and think about all the papers where you get 0 marks or values very close to 0 marks. Then open your eyes and you will understand that this is real world and there were days where you get 0 and you don't want to get that 0 marks again. And that will be a big motivation. Okay, so everyone is like, sir, next question kar le. Next question, the 3 color band on a carbon resistance are yellow, okay, red and orange. Which one? अरे जल्दी बोल दे. It's very simple. One of the simplest. Nikita is like, oh, nice idea, sir. Option B. Who all says? Agni says, Rashi says option A. Then Akalya says B. So many are giving B. Akalya, Shreya, Anna, Kunal, Nikita, Sanchana. Very good, very good, very good. Miara says option. Okay, very simple. Yellow. B, B, R, O, Y. Starting from 0. Don't start counting from 1. Right? B, the black color corresponds to 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Roy, that Y corresponds to yellow. 4. Red, B, B, Roy ka R. So it is 0, 1, 2. Roy ka second letter O is for orange. After red, so it is 3. This should be written as the power to 10. The third color has to be written with the power to 10. So 42 into 10 power 3. Silver color plus or minus 10. बस हो गया. So yes, विशाल, म्यारा, समझ में आ गया सबको? समझ में आ गया सबको? कोई डाउट है? क्लास तो हो गया. Let me see any more questions are there. नहीं. Okay, पावर तो we'll take tomorrow. पावर तो हम अगले क्लास पे ले लेगा. ठीक है? सबको समझ में आ गया? अच्छे से समझ में आ गया? बोल दे हाँ सर, बिल्कुल आ गया. अच्छे से समझ में आ गया. ठीक है. Now, how many of you are gonna do the revision of this particular part? जल्दी से बता. How many of you can or are gonna do the revision for this particular class? Yes, I am from Kozhikode. Shreya, I think you are also someone from Kerala. What happened, Anna? I hope you are perfectly okay, right? I know that what happened with your family and what you are going through. So I hope everything is fine. Okay, don't worry, everything will be fine. Okay, just try to hold yourself and your family together. Okay, and things will be all right. Must. Okay. Now, let me tell you some things. Matlab tomorrow a special class is there. tomorrow. Okay, those who are going to write a JEE exam or the NEET exam, and those who want a quick revision of the chapter of rotational motion can come and join me in the Unacademy app, and special classes are completely free, as you know. At 5:30 we have a class of moment of inertia. How many of you do remember moment of inertia from the chapter of rotational motion? We'll be having a complete theoretical discussion and lot many multiple choice questions of board and JEE level, so don't miss this. And at 7 we have another topic which is rolling motion. Okay, and this is also from the chapter of rotational motion. So those who want to understand this, those who want to make a quick revision and prepare yourself for the upcoming JEE and the exam can come and join. Special classes, it's are free. It will be happening in the Unacademy Learning app. Those who haven't joined before, download Unacademy Learning app, log into the app, click on the menu button which you can see on the top left, and from the pop down menu click on special. Then search for my classes under my name or under these topics, you will find it. Okay, and they'll be asking you for a code for entering into the class, and this is the code which you have to use so that you can enter into the class. वो है AMB time. ठीक है, यूज कर ले, आइए सब लोग and मस्ती कर ले, है ना. So how many of you are going to come tomorrow for the special class? तुरंत जल्दी से जल्दी जाइए और एनरोल कर ले, ठीक है. Okay, yes. And I hope you know why the special classes are so important and so fun it is, because we'll having live chats will be there where you can interact with me and your colleagues. Then the questions tab, live quizzes will be there, leaderboards will be there. It's going to be so much amazing. Sanjana, I see you teaching us offline. I'm very excited, but damn, it's a dream. Okay. Okay, so yes, done. Okay, then whoever wish to make a crash course for all the 11th standard topics, there is a crash course going on starting from 11th of October. Pranjay sir for biology, Anurag sir and me for physics, Vivek sir for chemistry, and Nikki ma'am for mathematics. You can come and join. है ना, ये ठीक है और क्या, बिल्कुल. So these are the other batches, and if you go for the iconic subscription right now, 4 months will be given for CBSE, and extra 4 months will be for Creative Corner subscription, and then flat 10% you will get once you use my code. सबको याद है ना मेरा कोड? हाँ सर, बिल्कुल याद है आपका कोड. And हाँ, वो तो है. Then how many of you haven't like the session? जल्दी like कर ले and do let me know that हाँ सर आपका क्लास तो हमको समझ में आ रहा है, अच्छा भी है, and for letting me know that just click on that like button and do let me know. सर हिंदी is up and down. अरे मैं तो कोशिश कर रहा हूँ हिंदी में बातें करने के लिए, है ना. Obviously I'll be explaining all the concepts in English, but थोड़ू मोड़ू बातें, थोड़ू छोटू बातें I'll be doing it in English, है ना. Thank you so much Miara, Sanchana, Shreya. Right? Okay. So do you want a song? Actually I brought my guitar. So what about a song? Will you be interested? Do you want a song? जल्दी से बता. Ameer Master Blaster AMB. Arey Nikita, that was creative. Anyway, I never thought in that way. Okay, a Chotu song. So our friend Anna is having some, she's going through some bad time. So okay. So this is dedicated to everyone who is having chotu troubles. Okay. So Which song will I sing? Okay. The simplest song which I can do is like my all-time favorite, Pehli Nazar Mein. I know that you might have heard it all from me almost like 3 to 4 times, but I forgot the guitar chords for other songs, so I think this will be good. Or okay, this I'll sing. गुलाबी आंखें, हाँ ठीक है. गुलाबी आंखें जो तेरी देखी शराबी ये दिल हो गया, संभालो मुझको ओ मेरे यारो, संभलना मुश्किल हो गया. गुलाबी आंखें जो तेरी देखी शराबी ये दिल हो गया, संभालो मुझको ओ मेरे यारो, संभलना मुश्किल हो गया. दिल में मेरे ख्वाब तेरे तस्वीर जैसे हूँ दीवार पे, तुझ पे फिदा मैं क्यों हुआ, आता है गुस्सा मुझे प्यार पे. मैं लुट गया मान के दिल का कहा, मैं कहीं का ना रहा, क्या कहूँ मैं दिल रुबा, बुराई जादू तेरी आँखों का ये मेरे खत हो गया. गुलाबी आंखें जो तेरी देखी शराबी ये दिल हो गया, संभालो मुझको मेरे यारो, संभलना मुश्किल हो गया. ठीक है. Okay, so done. So I hope you all enjoyed, है ना. So whatever is the method by which I could sing, तो वो तो मैं कर दिया. Okay, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I should sing in cinemas. They'll be like, ja idhar se. They'll just kick me out. Okay, so I think I can sing for my students. I don't need more than that. I don't need any more people to say that, sir, you sing a lot. Right? Once I hear it from you, that itself is more than enough to put a smile on my face. वही ज़्यादा है मुझे. Okay, so Jatan, Ajmeri, Vimala, Mohit, Vishal. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Rashi, Anna, Vimala, Shreya. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we'll leave. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow at 10 p.m. Don't miss. Everybody be here so that we can complete it. Indian Idol. I know that you are making fun of me, but still. And bye everyone. Those who haven't subscribed, make the subscription so that you'll get all the notifications. Bye everyone. ठीक है, फिर मिलेंगे चलते चलते. Yes, so with Unacademy signing out. Let's crack it.